Welcome back to 30 at 6. Our next guest is retired farmer, activist, and president of the Cecil Land Trust, Bill Kilby. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, Alison.
Will you first give us a quick reminder of what the Cecil Land Trust's mission is?
Okay. The Cecil Land Trust is an organization that's been in operation for 20 years in Cecil County with the basic goal of preserving land and protecting the waters of Cecil County.
The Land Trust recently completed a feasibility study to assess the market in the 50 miles surrounding Calora. What did you find?
We found that there are 7 million people with an average household income of about $82,000, which makes it fairly affluent in today's world. Mm-hmm. And so it's from the suburbs of Philadelphia to the suburbs of Baltimore.
Right. And tell us about the Land Trust's agreement with the West Nottingham Presbyterian Church over their commercial kitchen.
Okay. Well, it's kind of an evolution. The concept of food systems in Cecil County is something that the Cecil Land Trust has been interested in since its start. And we started out with the idea, the concept of what we call agricultural enterprise zones, where you would create a critical mass for farmers being able to sell their products directly. And part of that need in selling direct to the customers is a commercial kitchen, mm-hmm. Because there are obviously health concerns with packaging your own food. So the farmers are great producers, but not really necessarily great processors and marketers. Mm-hmm. And so the concept of the Land Trust was to help bring this food system concept to fruition, and part of that was the commercial kitchen idea. So instead of starting out building your own commercial kitchen, which is extremely expensive,
right.
We decided to approach organizations that had commercial kitchens already. And so West Nottingham also has a mission of serving the community it lives in, or mm-hmm. we live in. And we went to talk to them and explain what our mission was in trying to help local farmers in processing their foods in a health department approved kitchen. And so we're currently made the arrangement, and they are leasing the kitchen by the hour to producers, and the Cecil Land Trust is acting as the facilitator or the enabler in this case of holding the permit from the health department to do this and furnishing the insurance. So an individual will be able to come in and be able to produce his particular or her particular product. In one case, there's an Amishman who wants to do ketchup, mm-hmm. which they would need labeling and weighing and all those kinds of details that you have to have in order to sell directly to the public, and plus the health ideas. So we're moving along on the project, still trying to get final health department approval for the they've got to check your grease trap, your sewer, your water, all the
right,
details, all the details.
So the idea is that this agreement with the kitchen and the church would allow farmers to reach that market that you talked about, the 7 million people yes. who live in the 50 miles around us. Yeah. Why is that important in this day and age?
Because we're obviously not farmers. If you follow the news, are not not doing as well as they can. I mean, to produce basic what we call commodity foods like soybeans or milk that go into the larger world market. If you follow the tariff situation mm-hmm. in the world, we're losing market share. And so we need to develop this concept of selling directly to the consumer. And the Kilby family has been doing that for over 10 years with our ice cream and milk.
Right.
And we do home delivery of products within that 50-mile area. Mm-hmm. And so we also home deliver for other farmers too. So there's beef that's available, there are vegetables that are available, besides the dairy products that we normally sell. And so we feel it's a good model and that we should be able to help other farmers do the same thing.
And how does this support and connect with the Land Trust focus on food security and food systems?
Well, the point of, I mean, the Land Trust found out early on that preserving the land is one thing, preserving the farmer is another thing.
Right.
And so we felt that if a farmer was interested in making an obligation to protect his farm forever, that we should make an obligation to him to help him market his foods in the best way we can. And so that's the concept that we propels us to do what we do. And so we're finding, you know, people are really very much interested in helping one another. For instance, the church was overwhelmingly in favor of doing this, and they made it as easy as possible that they could, and really welcomed the chance to help. In this case, you know, the church has a fair amount of Amish neighbors, and so you know, it's become the church is doing what the church is supposed to do, I guess. Right. You know, help its neighbors.
Right. Is there anything else going on that you'd like to tell people about?
Oh yes, there's a whole list of things that the Land Trust is also becoming involved in. The same ideas. We've protected this land, and what's the best use for it, or how can we use it to its best use? Is we now have an agreement with the Patsy DuPont Foundation, which Patsy was did a lot of youth development through equine, through riding. She had a pony club and helped a lot of kids meet their dreams of having a horse, riding a horse, even though they couldn't own a horse. They didn't have the. And so the foundation, we're in talks with the foundation now about trying to bring the concept of Patsy's Pony Club back, in order to help kids develop a passion for something, so there would be less interest in addictive behavior.
Right.
So that's the concept, and so we're kind of in the early stages of doing that. But Patsy's farm is a protected farm; it'll stay protected forever, and to use it for youth development seems like a good idea.
Right, especially in a time like this when opioid addiction is such a problem.
So we're working with we've approached the 4-H people, and we've approached the School of Technology. They have an ag science there, and they've all stated an interest in working towards a goal. I mean, we're not there yet, but we're interested in working. So, and then we're doing a regular land preservation. We've preserved a farm actually right down the road here on Crothers Road, and so we do that, and we do stream restoration also with. We're going to do a large stream restoration project in the Little Elk Creek, working with SHA, and so we're very busy.
Great, I'm glad. Bill Kilby, President of the Cecil Land Trust. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you, Allison.